guys, it's Shaggy here, aka Genius. Welcome to License A Gold tutorial gameplay commentary, whatever you guys want to call it. And I'm going to show you guys how to get gold cup for each and every challenge in this section. And this one's similar to the first one, but you have to drive for longer and try and stop in between the line and the cones. So what I would suggest, instead of stopping before you hit the last white line on the road, I would suggest to stop from the second line at the end of it, and you saw it right there. So that was pretty simple. Moving on to the second one. This I was in the steering wheel view because I found it easier. So all you gotta do, follow the blue line in the start, and braking is where people find it really difficult. So I would suggest you brake at the end of the red line and then ignore that red line there you saw and just carry on. You would just about make it in without touching the sides, and that will keep you going with your speed and keep on accelerating. At the end you get the gold. Simple. Alright, number 3 is a Mini Cooper. Now this took me several tries because I was trying to figure out a way to do this properly. At the start I followed the blue track, then after, when you start skidding or drifting, whatever you guys want to call it, I start going near the edge of each cone that was next to me. And here is the part, you gotta make sure you get that turn perfectly right, otherwise it will smash the left cone. So you turn quickly and try again to balance. It's hard to explain, but you saw what I meant by that. Now this is the BMW. Now obviously playing in the inside view again, it's much more easier when you're turning into sharp corners. You know exactly what you're doing. And I brake straight from the start of the red line and let go and start accelerating. Don't have to brake there because you do this little turn here and you finish off straight away. So don't brake in the second red line, always brake the first red line, the big long one. Alrighty, the next one. This one, once again, just make sure you turn perfectly here so that you try, you're able to turn properly to the second one, because whatever you do in the first one will help you do better in the second one. And finish off nicely here. I didn't brake there. I didn't brake in the last turn. I let go of acceleration and just accelerated again. Much more easier. Alrighty, Mazda. This one, not that hard. Just gotta follow the blue line and just turn into corners straight away. Don't don't take your time. You don't have to always follow exactly what the blue line says, because the last turn I did my own thing. Just straight spin, turn, sorry, and finish off to get the gold. Now this one's pretty confusing, because sometimes you might think, why didn't I get the gold? I did perfectly, but every turn counts for a split second. Alright, this one is the easiest out of every single one of them. Simply because the guy that got the gold in 32 seconds must have been so shit, because my friend did this in the first try and he didn't even try. I did this on the second try because the first try I kind of smashed into the sides. But yeah, this one you should have no problems with. You just gotta follow the blue tracks and just brake here, and that's it. You're done. You don't really have to put much effort in. Oh, see that? I crashed in the side once again, but luckily I didn't get disqualified and still managed to get the gold. Very simple. Did it. Alright, moving on. This one, in my opinion, was the hardest one out of all of them. I don't know if you guys agree, but that took me a long time to figure this one out. But pretty simple if you look at it from this view, from the way I did it. But it actually, it takes a lot of concentration on how you're going to turn the car, because the BMW is very weird. Alright, so this one, if you just draft behind the car in front of you, yes, I learned a new word because I saw a comment in my previous video. Let me know who that was. Alright, so okay, you can't really draft because these guys are going really fast, but what I would suggest you do is just keep on going and follow the blue line. Don't turn left and right all the time. Stay in one line, and this is where I'll tell you to brake. It's very simple. Don't brake when they're braking. Brake when straight after they've broken. Sorry, brake. Straight after they braked, and you would get the extra speed to go and take that lead. Then you could brake after you took the lead. You get me? Or not after you take the lead, but just before you take the lead. And you saw how I did it there. So if you brake at that point, then you'll be fine. This is the final one, and this one you have to draft. That's exactly what I did. I draft behind this yellow one to quickly overtake, but don't turn too much, otherwise you lose speed. And then you should draft the one up front of the me right now, and overtake this Mazda, and follow the blue line at the same time. So multitasking, but don't try to bash into them and overtake this, because obviously you're going at a very high speed, and these guys will tend to just stay around that line. And what I would do, don't brake straight away, turn into corner first, then accelerate, don't have to brake fully, and take over a lot of cars. And this is very useful. And this Nissan came in my way, so what I do, once again, don't brake straight away, brake around this point just before you hit the curve, and you should be fine passing all these guys. And this one's pretty simple. Final turn, and 2 more cars to get past. Remember, there's only 1 lap, so you gotta make sure you're doing it right and not to mess up in every turn, because every turn is crucial. And the first 2 turns were the ones, no, the second 2 turns were the the main ones in order to overtake a lot of cars. And this one was, you saw me, I didn't brake for that long. I braked for a millisecond and let go, and I accelerated. That allowed me to gain speed much more quicker than the Toyota in front of me, and that allowed me to go first. So that's about it. That's license A for you, gold. Hopefully this helped. If it hasn't, I apologize once again, but I'll get the gold for you on C in future. Shaggy here. Good night, peace. Yeah! And make sure to like this video. I really appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.